everyone. My name is Nick Urania. I'm a senior religion major at Davidson, and as Kayla said, a member of the Better Together Steering Committee. And so being a member of the steering committee has given me the chance to explore something that I've always thought about, I've always been interested in, but never really took the next step and formally explored. So what I'm going to talk about tonight briefly is just kind of how I got to where I am now, being involved with Interfaith Youth Corps and the Better Together campaign. So some of my personal background, growing up Catholic, I always thought that every Christian was a Catholic. And it's not that my parents intentionally tried to close me off from different religions and different forms of Christianity, different expressions of Christianity. There was only so far I could go as a young teenager, and I guess that seed hadn't been planted yet. That seed of exploring religious pluralism hadn't really been planted yet. So come high school, my interest in religious pluralism started off as an academic one. I took a class called Seeking Center, and in that class our teacher, Mr. Picelli, taught us about different meditative traditions that were present in different religions and faiths. And I thought it was really interesting that kind of what tied the whole class together was the fact that we were able to explore numerous different religions, numerous different faiths, and find something called meditation in every single one of them. It kind of stood out as this common thread that allowed us to connect all these different sets of beliefs. So coming into college, I wanted to do two things. One was to continue exploring this idea of meditation, and really central to my Davidson experience was to answer the question, why do people do the things they do? And so naturally I started off studying psychology, found out that I'm terrible at science, and turned to religion, and became a religion major to kind of put an interesting twist on answering this question, why do people do the things they do? So I continued my academic interest in religious pluralism, and also started exploring religion's practical side by starting the meditation club. So now, talking about Interfaith Youth Corps a little bit. Interfaith is a topic that comes up constantly in my academic endeavors and personal ventures. Again, seeing as I'm a religion major and in charge of this meditation club on campus. We meet every Tuesday afternoon at 4, if you're interested. And like I mentioned in the beginning, I never really got around to formally exploring interfaith in any groups or clubs or any calls to action. And so when Kayla talked to me about joining the Better Together Steering Committee, which is a movement, kind of a branch movement to the Interfaith Youth Corps, I was really intrigued and finally signed up to act on my interest in interfaith. The great thing about Interfaith Youth Corps is their commitment to action, in my opinion. They believe that interfaith is all about common action for the common good. And I want to stress that line. Common action for the common good. I couldn't agree more. Of course, dialogue is important, because we must not forget why we do the things we do. Is that question again? However, it is the action that really makes a difference in the world. By putting a large emphasis on this action across faiths, Interfaith Youth Corps is out to prove to the world that we are better together. I think that Davidson provides an excellent context in which to perpetuate this message of being better together. We're already a community committed to service, so we can check that off. Now all that's left is intentionally recognizing who's standing next to us in that service. Discussing what it means to be working across faiths for the common good. And that is why I'm so excited to be part of this steering committee. Davidson has a great opportunity in its hands to do something wonderful. And I hope that's how everyone here feels. So please join us in showing that we are really better together. Thank you.